Hispanglosaxon is a one-woman sketch comedy web series that I produce, act, and edit myself. And it's telling stories of being a white Latina in New York City and how the industry expects you to look different as a Hispanic person. So the characters are a mix of people in Hispanglosaxon. Usually it's always me talking to somebody else. There's a character of my manager. She kind of talks like this because she's a Jew who just, she's like taking care of her business. I got some Latinos, so I got one who's like this, she's Puerto Rican, she's like really big. And I got Johnny Moe, he's got gold teeth, and he's this guy on the street who used to kind of try and hit on me. I got a Mexican dude who's like, ¿cómo está la güerita? And he's just also, a little bit dirty, if you will. So they're all experiences I've had, and they're all just very different characters. There's like a yoga lady who talks like this, and she's just amazing. So it's a wide array of characters. It's been a chance for other people to see my work where I wouldn't otherwise have been able to show them, and so I've gotten jobs from that, and it's showing a wide array of what I can do when people search me on the internet, and they not only find my work in drama, but they find this sketch comedy, which is really fun.
This neighborhood is cleaned up a lot. It's been out of Venezuelans, Puerto Ricans, and Colombians.
So is this the Latinos Unite?
Acting for me is telling stories. I think it's about trying to be empathetic to the character you're playing and connect to their situations. Even if I don't agree with decisions they're making, I believe it's getting into their shoes and trying to live their life and tell that story. So I believe it's storytelling from different point of views.
And when my letter's from prison, I don't tell her I'm in here. I tell her Mom was traveling. Yeah. Mom was traveling far away.
The most rewarding thing is when you really manage to connect to that character, and maybe you've done a beautiful take for that moment on camera, or when you're on stage and you do a great performance. I think that's part of it, when you connect to the character in a beautiful way.
What are you doing?
We need to talk.
You can't talk.
I need to talk.
You need your stomach pumped.
Sometimes trying to really click into the character can be challenging, so we have to find different ways to do it. But I think that's part of the craft. We don't always find the character immediately, so it's about working through it and finding the character.
This photograph was found in her purse. She worked for us, and she was carrying sensitive material. And now she's dead.
It's funny, I once heard that they say, we don't act for a living, we audition for a living.
Yeah, no, I can do 10:30 if you want. Yep.
It means I'm tired. It's 5:30 in the morning, and if you don't want to talk about him, then I certainly don't.
We spend more time auditioning for roles than we actually do acting them. I'd like to say that out of every 100 auditions, I might book 1 or 2. I know it sounds crazy. They're not all huge TV auditions. Sometimes it's just a voiceover for a commercial or, simple industrial, but we audition constantly and we don't always get the role.
The material's gone, and she's gone, and all we have left is her connection to you.
Sometimes it's heartbreaking, but you continue, and when roles do come, you're so grateful that, we just continue as actors. I've done a variety of projects in New York, a lot of independent film in the city, so, it's low-budget projects where everyone's hustling and helping each other out on the film set. I've also done commercials for national television or for the Hispanic market. I do a lot of voiceover work in Spanish, also for commercials, for radio. I've done a little bit of television. I've done theater in the city. A lot of different things. I think choosing the most important role is a difficult thing because each one has kind of a different level of importance. I think I did a role on The Affair, which has been important because it's my first role on television that gives an actor legitimacy. I think Hispanglosaxon has been important to me because it's something I created on my own and I produce and I edit. So and it taught me that I love sketch comedy. So that's important in another aspect. And then, you know, I think a role I did in Maybe Tomorrow, Kaya, she was important to me because it was the first kind of major role I had done in a film, even though it was independent. But for me, it was very important. So I think there's different levels of importance. Sombra is a character I play in a video game. I voice her. It's a video game called Overwatch. I play the first Hispanic superhero. She's Mexican and she's really fun. You know, as soon as she came out, she was pretty big. So she's fun. She's really badass. She's witty, smart. She's a hacker. She's not the stereotypical Latina. So I feel really proud to play her.
You have no idea what it took for me to make this meeting happen.
And I've recorded about 30 hours of her voice. So now I have fans who follow me because they like Sombra. So it's been interesting.
The most powerful woman in Russia? I've always wanted a friend like that.
Wow, New York for me represents a lot of possibilities. It's a city that never sleeps, so there's always things to be doing. I feel like anytime I go out to a film screening or theater, I meet wonderful people and people I end up collaborating with later on. So I feel like it's just a city that is always exploding with possibilities. Carolina Rabasa's dream. I think I just want to be able to work as an actor and sustain myself doing so and just always have one project coming after the other and not worrying when the next project's gonna come. So I just want to work constantly as an actor, really. In the end, I might produce films or direct them as well, but I feel like I always want to be creating art.